one of the best things that we're going to be looking at in a long time, considering that this is the first look at NASCAR's new look at all. Now, NASCAR has been something in the world of automotive racing that I haven't really been completely involved in, to be very honest with you. I don't really follow it all that much, but then again, all what I do know, however, it is really badass. Also, cars go really fast and they usually race in ovals so they can top their speeds without having to worry about tricky, intricate turnings and such like Formula 1 and circuit racing in general. So we're looking at NASCAR unveiling its future, essentially. We're not going to be looking at the entire 26-minute ordeal. We're going to skip to the good bits and some of the other bits, but this is how it begins. Let's hit it and see what we're looking at. Chevy, of course. Camry, of course. Chevy is badass, in my opinion. I love Chevy. Look at that. Considering that NASCAR came back in the middle of all of this, it's a big deal. Because people were writing NASCAR off a long time ago. They were like, NASCAR is never going to become anything big. Although it's huge in the US, everyone was under the impression that it might not necessarily make it to that international acclaim standards that people might actually start following it abroad. But it has really found its footing in some way, shape or form. It's cultivated an audience for itself on an international scale as well. Ooh. So it's an affiliation with Toyota, Chevy and who else? Oh, sound badass. Oh, so it's a Mustang, it's a Toyota Camry, it's a Mustang by Ford and it's a Chevy Camaro.
What the foundation of NASCAR is, and that's great racing for our race fans.
Of course.
Better relevancy for our OEMs, a healthy, strong sport for our car owners, potential OEMs. And then you look at the collaboration that went on throughout the entire industry.
Look, if I'm being honest, my friend, the only thing that people give a damn about in NASCAR is the fact that the cars are actually really fast, close contact racing, and the odd wreck. That's exactly what people live for in NASCAR. So if you believe that anything else is going to do anything good for your business, you're sadly mistaken.
It ranged from rookies to our champions, and not just NASCAR champions. We actually had an IMSA champion in this car to provide feedback. As Steve said, right now it's testing out in Texas. We're approaching 5,000 miles in testing. And if you look at not just the on-track, but if you step back and look at the amount of work the OEMs did along with us.
That's good, yo. That's good that NASCAR is taking the next initial steps that is needed. Let's move on to them talking about the cars,
Director
though.
of NASCAR programs for GM, Eric Warren, and reigning NASCAR Cup
the
Series
ZL1
champion,
Camaro
Chase Elliott.
looks badass. That car looks so good. So good. And the fact that it's going to be racing in NASCAR, that looks even better. I like the way they shape the side pipes and such. Look at those side pipes right there, man. In the Mustang. Even in the ZR1. Chevy is a good company, man. Chevy makes some good cars.
And a lot of collaboration from
They lost their footing in India, so they haven't really been putting on much in India, but
to have a product that looks as
Chevy's
good as it
nice.
does. To go to, we have a lot of unknowns of how we race each other, how we set up these cars. It's going to be such a fun year, right? I mean, you think about how much fun it's going to be as we all try to evolve so quickly.
He's clearly more passionate about the sport than these other two corporate people who are standing up there on stage.
This baby is beautiful. What are you guys most excited about?
Well,
let me start a little bit
just by saying that Ford is proud to be here as part of the sport and part of this day, and thanking the NASCAR leadership for their vision to create this project to move the sport forward.
That's because there's no pop
way
filter.
that this industry goes about it.
Everyone's got a different agenda.
The stakeholders in the sport will
Global Director of Ford Performance. Nice. Mr. Rushbrook. I like the car. It looks nice.
Racer. I love everything underneath it, which I know you guys can't see today, but the new architecture, moving it forward, making it more modern, the independent rear suspension, the steering system, the driveline, the opportunity for powertrain advancements
of course,
as our world changes for future powertrains.
I understand that, but we are doing a brief overview of the entire venue, so we're going to talk about the Camry now. Be a little more. You're wearing chucks and you're talking like that, dude. If you're wearing chucks, you have to be badass, okay? You're wearing chucks. Don't be like this. David Wilson, Toyota Racing.
Is that we agreed on everything.
He's the president of Toyota Racing, that,
Not everything.
What?
We got it done.
Wait, what was his
Here
joke?
we are
Hold
in
on,
the
I missed his joke. What was his joke?
To it. And the amazing thing
Yeah.
is that we agreed on everything. Well, not everything.
That was
but,
your joke, right? Oh,
we
come
got it
on,
done,
man. You
and
could
here we
have
are on
done
this special
better,
day.
bro. That was...
So our TRD Camry.
So we move on to the fact that they went on to the track and we get a glimpse of that as well. Can you send us there, please? Thank you.
You don't have to wait till Daytona to see the next gen car on the track. Tonight at 8 o'clock on FS1, the NASCAR Pro Invitational iRacing Series, the race at Darlington will be run with these cars right here.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
see,
being
this is
really
another thing, that these people have been going ahead with their e-races, and this has been something that Formula 1 has done as well, along with a lot of other racing ventures, including MotoGP, went down the whole path of e-racing. And dude, it's not the same, okay? I understand that it's racing and you still have some of the best in the world going against the other bests in the world, but there's just something about a lack of consequences that just doesn't really, I don't know, pander to the interest of audiences as much as regular NASCAR does, or any racing does for that matter of fact. I mean, there is a certain thrill involved even if you're consuming motorsports, so it's not the same when you're looking at it through a screen and know that what you're looking at is actually other people playing on their screens. I mean, for other ventures of the gaming world, I completely get them. I would essentially do the same thing when I'm gaming or watching someone stream, but when it comes to races and difference between consumption of a digital race in comparison to an actual race, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be on the bandwagon of the actual race. So let me know what you guys think about that. And with that, we come to the conclusion of the 2022 World Cup Series car runway. The first look at NASCAR's new car designs. Epic. What we have a lot to look forward to. There are going to be 3 primary developers when it comes to the cars. We're going to have the Camaro, the Mustang, and of course the Camry. So Toyota, Chevy, and of course Ford. All 3 are now a part of NASCAR. With that being said, this has been the front page of the internet, or at least it's been the front page of mine.